In 1993, the FSU Alumni Association established the Bernard F. Sliger Award for Service. Named after the 10th president of the university, it is the single highest honor awarded by the association. The Sliger Award was created to recognize a member of the university community who has made a major contribution toward the fulfillment of the mission of Florida State University. Winners of the Sliger Award were automatically accorded membership into the Circle of Gold. If you are a former Sliger honoree, let us know in the chat box below. Thank you for joining us this evening. The 2020 Bernard F. Sliger honoree is alumna Freddie Groomes-McLendon. Our video tells her story.
Dr. Freddie Groomes-McLendon is a distinguished educator with more than 40 years in teaching and college administration. She has helped transform Florida State into a stronger, more welcoming institution that represents Florida's diverse population. She received her bachelor's and master's degree from Florida A&M University and earned her doctorate in counseling psychology from FSU in 1972, just 2 years after the university first awarded doctoral degrees to Black students. Just 1 month after graduating with her Ph.D., Dr. Groomes-McLendon became the first woman and the first African American to serve on the University Council at Florida State University. Through this role, she sought solutions for equal opportunity while coordinating university relationships with external minority organizations, women organizations, and community action groups. From her first year on the job, she was a sought-after speaker and panelist at national conferences. Governor Ruben Askew appointed her to chair the Florida Commission on the Status of Women. Dr. Groomes-McLendon believed in celebrating diversity as well as working for it. She established the annual Martin Luther King Jr. Convocation. The convocation recognizes an individual who demonstrated outstanding commitment to the ideals of Dr. King. A memorable event for Dr. Groomes-McLendon was the day she served as host to Mrs. Rosa Parks, mother of the Civil Rights Movement. Mrs. Parks was the guest speaker at the annual Martin Luther King Jr. Convocation and received an honorary degree from Florida State University, the first one she received in the United States. Dr. Groomes-McLendon shares that the moment she escorted Mrs. Parks to the stage and introduced her is one that she will never forget. For decades, Dr. Groomes-McLendon was a stalwart supporter of FSU's campus community. During her career, she served as executive assistant to 5 FSU presidents, including Bernard F. Sliger. She was a steadfast supporter and an incomparable leader who was looked upon as the glue for the administration she served. Dr. Groomes-McLendon was a selfless advocate and a steady shepherd for the students she came in contact with. She believed in each and every student and is one of the keystone reasons why many successful alumni are where they are. For a lifetime of service to her profession, community, and to Florida State University, the Alumni Association is proud to present its 2020 Bernard F. Sliger Award for Service to Dr. Freddie Groomes-McLendon.
Thank you for that very generous introduction. Good evening. Dr. Thrasher, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of the Florida State University. I am elated, proud, and humbled to receive the Bernard Sliger Award for Service and membership in the Circle of Gold. It is especially significant because Dr. Sliger and I were hired by President Marshall in 1972. He as Executive Vice President and me as Assistant to the President for Minority Affairs. He, of course, later became President, but I was pleased to realize that we have reported for work on the very same day, and we have always been a supportive duo. I offer special thanks to Mrs. Patsy Palmer for my nomination, and the Florida State Alumni Association and friends who supported and helped me achieve this recognition. And I thank all of you who are participating by virtual gala. I was hired by President Marshall when he established a new position in central administration for the purpose of increasing the representation of ethnic minorities, women, and the physically disabled in the workforce. I was the first African American and the first woman to be appointed to the University Council. It was that position that provided me the opportunity to achieve one of my lifetime goals, to enhance the utilization and respect for the worth and dignity of all. This was achieved at Florida State University through its affirmative action program. This program was recognized by the Department of Labor as as the most outstanding university program in the nation. I have permission, so I like to share a story about affirmative action. They've asked me to do 2 stories. When the vacancy for the Dean of the College of Business occurred, there were some who were reluctant, indicating that they thought a minority of women would not be able to raise money for the college. Dr. Melvin Stith, an African American, was an exceptional candidate and ultimately was appointed dean. Under his leadership, the college raised more money than it ever had because of his relationship with the James Moran family. Even after his retirement, the Moran Foundation contributed multi-millions of dollars to the College of Business, and recently they established a professorship in his name. So I say congratulations, Dr. Stith. I know you're watching. Affirmative action led the university to a beneficial progressive status. Another one of my highest moments of pride at Florida State University was when they invited Mrs. Rosa Parks to give the address for the Martin Luther King Jr. celebration. And of course, it was held in Ruby Diamond Auditorium. And the auditorium simply could not hold the crowd, and hundreds were not admitted. Fortunately, later they invited Mrs. Parks back to receive an honorary degree. And this event was held at the Civic Center to accommodate the crowd. I remember well, as she entered the auditorium, a thunderous crowd rose to their feet, applauding her and welcoming her back. Florida State University was the first university in the United States to offer Mrs. Parks an honorary degree. It was the late Sandy Dalembert that bestowed the honorary degree on Mrs. Parks. And Dr. Rosa Parks is an honorary member of my sorority, the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, the university provided me a tremendous opportunity when I served as a member of the Florida State University's administration, as it made strides in becoming a more progressive institution by expanding diversity and further demonstrating respect for the worth and dignity of all. I close my remarks on this auspicious occasion by saying, God bless the Florida State University. Wear your mask and go Noles.